Warm welcome to everyone in the room. Thank you for taking the time for being with us today as we share with you news about an important milestone in the journey of two retail powerhouses. As you can sort of guess by the branding up here, that would be Nykaa and the apparel group. Over the course of the next hour, you will hear directly from them on what this coming together signifies. While she needs no introduction, it's my privilege to introduce Falguni Nair, founder and CEO of Nykaa to you. Her entrepreneurial spirit and zeal to deliver the very best has led Nykaa to provide a comprehensive omni-channel e-commerce experience, offering over 4,000 brands and over 4.3 million product SKUs through its website and mobile applications. Under her helm, Nykaa has emerged as India's leading beauty retailer, playing a critical role in developing the beauty market in India. Falguni has been awarded many accolades throughout her career. Recently, she was awarded the EY Entrepreneur of the Year award and further represented India at EY Entrepreneur of the Year globally. She was also listed in the Forbes World's 100 Most Powerful Women, Bloomberg Global Annual 50, and Fortune India's 50 Most Powerful Women in Business. Without any further ado, Falguni, I'd like to introduce you. And please, could you invite you to address the crowd?
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm happy to announce that today Nykaa is unlocking a new frontier by entering into its first international strategic alliance. We have signed an agreement with one of the largest retailers in the Middle East, the apparel group, to now extend our footprint into the GCC countries. Nykaa was incorporated 10 years ago as a beauty e-commerce platform at a time where shopping online for beauty was unheard of. Over this last decade, we have built a formidable assortment of beauty offerings for Indian consumers, bringing them the most coveted brands, trends, and experiences from across the globe. Always keeping the customer at the heart of our business, we have focused on authenticity, inclusivity, education, and content. This has allowed us to not only drive our USP, but also win customers' hearts and trust. In parallel, we have forged meaningful relationships with our brand partners, developed the art of retailing, and prioritized customer delight on conversions, all while building the business sustainably. Today, we enjoy a unique online presence driven by our digital marketing efforts that help us reach customer better through personalization. With our omni-channel approach, we have successfully created elevated and memorable shopping experiences. As of June 2022, we have 112 retail stores servicing, and also we service more than 28,000 PIN codes, and through our various apps, and are able to connect with our customers wherever they are. We offer more than 4,500 brands across our platforms, bringing the best of the world of beauty and lifestyle to Indian shoppers. Today, I'm proud to say that Nykaa is a preferred beauty and lifestyle retailer and a robust consumer tech platform that offers a seamless experiences to its customers. Emboldened and encouraged by the love and trust of consumers in India, we now look forward to recreating our distinct beauty retail value proposition in the GCC, together with none other than our partners, the apparel group. Nykaa will bring its proven expertise in multi-brand beauty retail and its distinct beauty playbook to deliver the latest trends and hyper-personalized shopping experiences in new geographies. Most importantly, we will bring the strength of our deep brand relationships and our cutting-edge e-commerce technology to this partnership. We are confident of the immense market opportunities and upcoming growth in the GCC. Currently, the 6.6 billion BPC market in UAE is estimated to grow to 9.5 billion over the next few years. Similarly, the KSA BPC market of 17.1 billion is projected to grow to 22.3 billion as per the Red Sea report. These numbers are indicative of the significant headroom available to grow this segment across the entire GCC. With this partnership, we aim to maximize the synergies between both Nykaa and the apparel group as we create new and distinct beauty retail experiences for the beauty-forward consumers of the region. As you'll hear, over next hour or so, much like our own story, the apparel group also has written their success in the GCC, owing to an acute sense of consumer needs and a solid foundation in offline retail. Their established supply chain models, fulfillment processes, and partnerships with local establishments are some of the strongest in the region. Our strengths, joining with those of the apparel groups, will help us build a robust value proposition across UAE, KSA, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The consumer offering will seek to provide consumers a seamless and world-class beauty shopping experience. In Apparel Group, we found a partner that culturally is very aligned to us, and together we believe with a consumer-centric approach, we can build the business of the future in the GCC markets. Together, Nykaa and Apparel Group join hands, and we are confident of growing the beauty market and bring the best of both brands, best of what we have to offer, as well as best of global brands to a new world of consumers. With that, thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you, Falguni. This is really exciting news. I'd now like to introduce Mrs. Seema Ved to the audience. Seema Ganwani Ved is the founder and chairwoman of the Apparel Group, one of the largest retailers in the Middle East based out of the UAE. The company is home to 78 brands with over 2,000 retail stores in 14 countries. Mrs. Ved has been the recipient of many awards, professionally and personally, some of which are the Philanthropreneur of the Year, Retailer of the Year, Great Women's Award, and Emirates Woman of the Year. I now invite Mrs. Ved to tell us more about this strategic alliance and about her company.
Thank you so much for having us. Good evening, everyone. It is a really, really exciting day for us because not only am I thrilled to be sitting on stage with none other than Falguni Nair. Come on, a round of applause for her. So I think it's really important for us to share what the Apparel Group stands for, what it is, how strong it is in the GCC, for all of you to understand why this particular partnership is going to be making history. The Apparel Group began its journey with 9 West as its first international brand. This is going back to 1996 when there was a real scarcity of international brands across the GCC. Whether it was in fashion or footwear, we had almost nothing. Of course, after that, we have added Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Rituals, Aldo, and many others to our portfolio. Having grown with our brands, we consider ourselves regional experts within the retail industry with a digital-first approach and a focus on sustainability. Our customer-centric mindset gives us the ability to understand the consumer's needs and translate it through our online and our offline platforms. In fact, our aim is to exceed customer expectations every day through innovation and evolution. In fact, we have recently just launched our first phygital store. Yes, you heard it right. I said phygital store within the GCC. None of this would be possible without having our principals and partners trust us. They understand that we know how to respect a brand and its core DNA, which is why this helps us to elevate the consumer's experiences throughout our stores. In fact, if any of you want to know, we have various instances or stories where our teams have shared valuable insights for the brand teams to let them know what the upcoming trends look like for our local customers. And that has really kept us ahead of the competition. Nykaa and the Apparel Group have synergies that go beyond numbers and territories. Our partnership stands tall on a similar set of core values that extend to an honest work ethic and an entrepreneurial mindset. We look forward to having both the groups leverage off each other's strengths and tap into the beauty and personal care market, which is exponentially growing within our region. As Falguni gave you the numbers, the beauty and personal care market at the moment sits at $33 billion, according to the Red Seer Consulting Group. Two female founders and their respective organizations joining hands is a historical moment for us. And like I said, we are a learning organization. So we are looking forward to this and for Falguni and her stellar team to make us replicate the success that Nykaa had in India in the GCC. None of this would be possible without thanking a few people, I think, on both our teams. I would like to thank our CEO Neeraj, our CEO Kamal Kotak, and of course Nilesh Ved and Selena Ved. And on your side, I think Falguni, it's Vikas and Nihir, or Nihir? Yes, Nihir as well, please. Thank you again for having us, and we look forward to some tremendous success.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ved. I personally find it incredibly inspiring and such a rare occurrence to witness a strategic alliance between two highly successful businesses that were founded and are being led by women. You both started your journeys as entrepreneurs, and today you're shaping the beauty and retail markets with your passion and strong commitment to consumers. On that note, I'd like to request Falguni and Seema to let us please capture this moment in a photograph. If you could please stand up, we'd use this as a media photo opportunity. We can leave them for now. Do you want me to move them? Thank you for that. For the next part of this event, I'd now like to invite Mr. Neeraj Tekchandani, CEO of the Apparel Group, and Mr. Vikas Gupta, CEO of B2B at Nykaa. Please join Falguni and Seema on the stage as we open the floor for questions by the media. Media, please note we have about 15 minutes for the next part of this session, and I do request that before asking your question, please introduce yourself as the media house that you represent.
Hi, Shilpa here from CNBC. Lovely to meet all of you and congratulations. I want to start by understanding when you say strategic partnership, is this an investment in the apparel group? How is that going to work? Can you run us through a little more details or the structure of what the deal or the partnership is going to look like?
So I'll just start off and then Vikas will add. But basically from our side, through our international subsidiary, it's a strategic alliance where two partners come together to build and invest in the business, which will be focused on 7 countries in the GCC. So that's what it is. We're going to build a multi-brand beauty retailer business similar to online, offline, both omni-channel in those countries. And we start now.
And will you be launching new brands, or will you be taking brands that both Nykaa and the apparel group have to these countries, or together are you looking at launching new brands in the beauty space?
It's a multi-brand retailer role, and we will start with like any other multi-brand retailer. We'll start with having a number of brands, both online and offline, that will retail through us, which may be strong relationships that Apparel Group has, which may be strong relationships that Nykaa has, as well as our own brands also will be on those platforms. So it'll be a whole bunch of brands that will come on to both our online and offline platforms.
Hello, ma'am. Just to understand the transaction a little better, one thing is with respect, as I understand this, it would be a separate unit where both the entities come together as this alliance. What would be the brand called? Would it be Nykaa? Would it be Apparel Group? How would the branding work? Second thing, as these two come together, would that take some sort of initial investment, I'm assuming, yes, from both entities to start the business? What would that be? And what would be the revenue sharing, the profit sharing between the two entities as far as the combined entity is concerned? Thank you.
So I think it is the brand name in those countries will be a new retailer brand name. We haven't decided on exact brand name as yet, but it will be a new name for the region. It will draw on the strengths of both the partners in terms of huge strengths that they have from knowing the region, the consumer in the region, a whole bunch of physical retail, supply chain, phygital store, like Seema said, and all that Nykaa brings to the table in terms of, again, understanding the consumer, bringing content to commerce platform, whether it is marketing, whether it is technology, the entire playbook that Nykaa has, all will be brought to the table by both the partners, but it will have an independent professional management team in the entity on the ground, and it will also have a legal structure that is needed in the region, and hence it's very difficult to explain the exact percentages. But yes, it's an equal partnership. The way we look at it is it's a near equal partnership that we are both coming together. But Nykaa will have a stake that will allow us to consolidate this from India's perspective. So we intend to bring the same Nykaa playbook on starting small, getting it off the ground, and then investment as needed in a very prudent manner. In fact, the two partners have come together to leverage each other's strengths so that this can be done with a playbook that both of us believe in. That, both the partners are extremely prudent about, if I may call it, the return on invested capital and how we scale up business with frugality that we bring to the table, but with a clear, desire to play to win. So it will take the business, will be prudently built, if I may call it, and it will, over a longer period of time, we do expect this business to dominate in the region.
Falguni, hi. Sajid here from BQ Prime. Just to elaborate further on the structure which you mentioned. So it's going to be a JV where the Apparel Group will have a majority stake. Is that what you say?
No, I didn't say that. What I said that Nykaa will have a stake that will be needed from India's consolidation perspective.
Okay.
I said that it's two partners coming together on an equal basis and contributing to the business. I'm not mentioning equal as a percentage stake.
Yeah.
What I mean is it's on principles of equality, but Nykaa will have what it takes to consolidate from an India's perspective. And what we are seeing is that it will be built together with a local management team. I mean, local in the sense on the ground management team that will build the business. And it is with a view to leverage both our strengths to do it in a prudent manner.
Does it also include a transfer of assets from Apparel Group to the new JV which will be formed?
No, there's no transfer of assets being considered.
I mean to say from the retail, because they are big on retail on the ground. So will there be some kind of retail stores that will be shifted to this JV?
No, I will ask them to answer it, but that's not being envisaged. Would you like to comment, Neeraj?
No, there will not be any. There will not be any transfer of the Apparel Group assets.
So it's going to be a purely digital setup where two partners will have stakes.
No, digital, physical, both. Digital, physical, both.
So the physical part will be the new setup of retail, or the existing ones which will come in? That's what
new retail setup.
New retail. And what is the kind of scale up that you plan over the next 12 months, 24 months as you go up?
It will be based on the reasonable pace that is envisaged. We do expect, like if you just look at I mean, we don't have exact plans. I think the business will figure it out. But in terms of, if you look at apparel group and the kind of opportunity they see, they have more than 2,000 stores in the GCC region
Yes.
across many brands that they handle. So we do believe that the region has fairly important role for physical retail, and that will be an important part of this omni-channel execution. E-commerce also, there is enough, even Red Sea data shows that e-commerce business is trending towards about 15% share of the overall market. Again, I hesitate because there are many countries within the region and it's a little different in each of the geographies, but it is trending to that. So we do intend to build an e-commerce platform that will also be part of this, this domestic entity.
So what will be the initial capital requirement from both the partners?
I think
Maybe whatever small it is, but what is it from both the partners to bring in?
We are
As
not.
you incorporate the company.
You know what the listed companies have to go through. We have literally just taken the approval from the board and signed. We are in the process of signing the agreement. So it is just too early to say exactly what will be the investment that will go in on a near-term basis. But we do expect that it will not be a massive investment given both our resources. For both of us, the investment is not the main thing. The market potential, what we can do in those markets, and the revenue potential is what one needs to get excited about. I think, in early days, all of you used to ask me a lot of questions about how much money Nykaa has raised, how much money will Nykaa raise. You all used to get very disappointed because everybody was raising billions of dollars. So let's not go about how much we are investing. All I can tell you is that we will promise to build a significant business.
So it's only be it's only be BPC, right, to begin with?
Yeah, it is only for.
And is there going to be a cross or into India as well, where my apparel can bring in this stuff through Nykaa into India?
No, so Apparel Group has their own business in India. This JV is, this alliance is not for India. It is for only the GCC countries. So their business in India will continue on their own. Nykaa's businesses in India will continue on their own. And we work with them very closely. Many of their brands are on our platform. They've been our platform from early days. They have a significant business in India, and those are retailed on our platforms. Sorry, Neeraj, would you like to comment on this?
So we have a separate business in India. We do brands like Martin Body Works, just opened Victoria's Secrets, Martin's, Daiso. In addition to Aldo, Shots and Keys, we do also create the brands there. That remains the apparel group's subsidiary, and we keep opening stores and growing our footprint, along with the e-commerce also of these respective brands. Plus, we work with Nykaa in India as on their platform as well. So we'll continue to do that.
Sorry, one sec.
Hello. Sorry. That was. How big is the business? So as we are 2,000 odd stores across 14 countries and with close to 75 brands. In India, we have just signed 5 new brands this year. We have been expanding a lot in India as well. We have been in India for 2 decades. We started way back in September 2001, and we are growing. So we have a lot of expansion plans for India.
Hi, Falguni. Falguni, Anurag from ET Now. So what's going to be the digital strategy of Nykaa to market your products in the Middle East? And the second question is that how soon can the e-commerce platform be set up?
It should not take that long. I think it would be about 6 months to a year before the digital platform goes live. I think the playbook, digital marketing playbook in the region includes influencers are a big draw in the region. We will definitely leverage the influencer marketing. I think we also would like to introduce what India has to offer, and I think we would like to leverage maybe even Bollywood, related influencer marketing in the region. So we will do what it takes in the region, but we will also bring additional playbooks that make sense.
There was some reports earlier also that Nykaa is looking at an international expansion with respect to Nykaa's presence. So does that mean that with this partnership, Nykaa will not be entering the GCC region? Is there like a non-compete or something that how would that work?
Yeah, so the partnership is to
to build the multi-brand retailer for beauty jointly in the region. Nykaa has a number of brands in fashion as well as in beauty, and like Apparel Group does India business on their own, and some of Nykaa brands may also have a different execution in those markets, especially for fashion. Beauty, of course, beauty brands will be on this partnership platform, but they may sometimes be in other platforms depending on the need for distribution of those brands. But as far as multi-brand retailer is concerned, this is the exclusive partnership.
That's the route that you will be taking, but separately beyond this particular entity, also Nykaa will operate its brands eventually in these markets.
Not as a multi-brand retailer. They may be represented in some other distribution points, but yes, otherwise everything will be as part of this multi-brand retail partnership.
Hi, Falguni. Apurva here from Economic Times. Here, hi. Can you talk a little bit about why are you investing so much time and resources into this particular region? Like, why is GCC so important for Nykaa right now?
So we see it as a very exciting region. I think more about GCC will be learned like over last 1 year, 1 or 2 years that we learned about GCC and the kind of changes we see in those markets in terms of the growth in those markets, in terms of the new is emerging as a very big center for all over the world to do business in, and the impact of those changes is being felt in terms of consumption in the region. So we were always impressed with the market from its consumption and penetration of beauty perspective, and to that you add a very vibrant economy that seems to be the case now. And we see this as a multi-year growth opportunity. I think GCC countries will grow over the next 10 to 20 years, and Nykaa wants to be part of that along with Apparel Group. That's how we see it. But I think I'm sure again Seema can add more here.
Mega events which happened in Dubai with the Expo, FIFA coming in Qatar, and a lot of other major events planned. Thus, the tourism, both religious as well as the leisure tourism, is picking the markets. And these are the markets which have come back very strongly and offer a huge opportunity for growth.
Hi.
Hi, this is Soumya. I'm here.
multi-brand retail for beauty. We are together, joint and exclusive.
Got it. So this is more of you.
Hi, this is Prasanata here from Your Story. So I wanted to understand how is the GCC market in terms of beauty and apparel different from India, and so what will be the strategy when you go in with your brands?
This alliance is about. Also have shared the size of the BPC market is quite large. So we do believe that we like that market because the consumption, it's a beauty affinity for beauty is very high and the consumption is very high and the economies are doing very well, and they are not just doing well from financial perspective, they are doing very well from a liberalization perspective and what it means to those countries and women in those countries, and we are very excited about the market. But with that, I would like you to come and share.
So I think if you've noticed or seen the changes that have been happening politically in Saudi Arabia, I think that's a massive insight into what to expect in the GCC market. They're going to be now, the Kuwaitis have always been known to be trendsetters within our region, but I think Saudis are going to leave them far behind. So we are super excited about that.
Sure, thank you.
I'm just conscious that the amount of time we have left over, we can only take about 2 more questions.
Mauritius through
Hello.
called Jeffa Global. But it's not that we are considering multi-brand retail in any other markets at the moment. So GCC is unique in that sense, and our multi-brand beauty omni-channel experience is currently being extended only in the GCC countries.
So just like both of you spoke about how the GCC countries, they look attractive for this particular venture and both of you come together. What's your view for India in terms of the market here? Just like Nykaa and Apparel Group have come together there, would you look to enter India in some sort of similar alliance with one of the companies here and probably compete with a brand like Nykaa or any other in the space?
Do you want to take that one? If you asked me, right? So, look, we have a lot of interest in the Indian territory. We think it's got major potential for us and for all the 77 brands that we do. Hence, we've just signed 5 new brands to enter as well. I don't think we're looking for the beauty space right now. We think they are amazing and we love what they do, and we think they're real role models, not just from just the sector perspective, but also from the way they do business. So for us, as far as I'm concerned, right now beauty isn't on the charts for us. But definitely, except for Inglot, the makeup brand that we do, I think our main focus will be still fashion, footwear, and lifestyle.
So I'll say multi-brand beauty concept will not be there, but in the beauty segment, the exclusive brands, that can be there. So we do Inglot at the moment, but there can be many other brands that we'll add to our portfolio.
Well, thank you. I feel like
I gave you the size of the geographies and the number of stores. It's a privately held group. So.
And with that, we now bring this session to a close. If you have any lingering questions, our PR team is around. Shikha Johnson will be happy to connect with you shortly. Please help yourself to some refreshments, and thank you once again for joining us today and being a part of this key milestone in our journey. Hope you have a terrific evening. Thanks all.